Hello and welcome to another Monkeys Motors video. So as promised, I'm going to be doing a Q&A video. Never done one of these before, not sure how this is going to turn out, but fuck it, I'm just going to go for it. If it's shit, never mind, hopefully the next year's one will be a bit better. First off, I'd just like to say that is not my Harry Potter calendar, that is Emma's. Apart from that, let's carry on. Right, I'm doing this proper high-tech, I'm going to use my phone. And I guess I'm going to get straight into it and just see how it goes. So, I'm going to try do this in chronological order. The first question was, well, questions, was from a guy called Azzy P. He's asked a few. First one, how long hast thou been riding? So, I've had my Hornet for, it would be 2 years next month. And then before that, I had a Suzuki GSX 650F for 2 years. So I've got 4 years total riding experience spread over 6 years because I had the 2-year gap when I totaled my Suzuki. His next question was, do you own your bike or is it on finance? And your opinion on it. I don't know if that opinion means about the bike or payment plans. I don't know. Anyway, I do not own my bike. I got it on 4 years credit, 500 quid deposit. And then, so the bike itself was, I think it was £4 grand, or it might have been 4.5. But then I got like £1,000 worth of motorbike gear. So I got my helmet, textile jacket, textile trousers, got my boots, winter gloves, all in one go. And that all got put on the credit of the bike. And then that was spread out over 4 years. My monthly payment's like 125 quid. Yeah, the bike only had, despite it being 6 years old, it only had 3,000 miles on it, so I was quite happy with that price. And the exhaust, fucking hell, the exhaust just, I fell in love with the bike. I hate that. You go to a dealer and you're like, oh yeah, I think I might buy it. And you like haggle with the price. That doesn't happen. I kind of got there, saw it, and like jizzed in my pants, and just like, I want it, how much? So that, yeah, I just paid full price. Next, do you ever do long distance riding? Can you recommend any good luggage or bike accessories? I'm afraid the longest distance riding I've ever done on the Hornet was just my old commute. Obviously, I've been down to the Frosty Sausage Fest recently, but so the only thing I can really recommend for that kind of riding is heated grips, because it gets really cold in this country. Luggage-wise, I only ever did one long trip on the Suzuki. I rode up to see my friend Chris up in Hull, so that's a 250-mile trip. And then I just had a cheap Oxford's tank bag, and the benefit to that was it had a clear plastic top. So I printed out the Google Street Maps and just had it laid down, and then as I was riding along on the motorway, I would just stare straight down, read the instructions, and then carry on and try not to die. So that was handy, having a clear-backed tank bag, but it was just a cheap Oxford one. I've got it somewhere in a bag, I think it's down there. But at the moment I have no luggage other than my backpack, so I'm afraid I don't know much about that. Right, and what is your favourite style of bike and dream bike? So I have to say my favourite style of bike currently is the naked bike. I'm not a fan of the sports bike, solely because they're not made for the road. I ride on the road, I don't ride on a track. So I want my power where I can use it between 0 and 100. You know, I don't need to go from 100 to 180 very quickly, very often. So naked bikes. And the reason I like, another reason is the lack of fairing keeps me below 100 miles an hour. On my Suzuki, I was a bit younger obviously, but with a full fairing I was, you know, 120 all day pretty much. And obviously that's either going to get me killed or spanned. So naked bikes keep the speed down, and they've got plenty of low down torque. Good fun all round. Not too bad for number one. Next up, we have Martin Burnett. He has asked questions in a long paragraph which is hard to read. Number one, best piece of bike gear you own apart from the drift. So this is tricky. It's probably between three. First being the Gopro. I know it doesn't really count because I do like the whole face cam for the motor vlogs. Second, this isn't in order, but these are the three picked. What I would say is my helmet. It's a very nice helmet. It's the Shoei GT Air. It's over there. You can't see it now, but you see it on my head every day. That's my old helmet, hence the scratches. But Shoei GT Air. It's really comfortable. It's quiet. I love the integral sun visor. As you can see, I wear glasses, so I can't wear sunglasses. And I can't be dicking about with tinted visors. The amount of weather changes in this country is a nightmare. Just got a bit homosexual. So yeah, I really like my helmet, but obviously it's quite an expensive thing. Just for a cheap, surprisingly useful thing I couldn't live without is just neck tubes. I love my neck tubes. I can never ride without a neck tube, even if it's hot. Couple of reasons. First off, obviously when it's cold, just that even that thin, lightweight neck tube, just taking the wind off your neck, keeps you so much warmer. And another thing is, I don't know if you've ever been hit by an insect in the neck when it's completely bare. It really hurts. Neck tube just takes the edge off when you're getting bugs and stones flicked up. And another thing that guys might experience is, I used to be clean shaven, and I still do around the bottom of the neck sometimes. I haven't done it for a while. But I find if I've just had a shave, having the bike strap up against my neck used to really irritate me under the neck. So a nice, silky smooth neck tube adds to comfort. So there we go. Question 2, will you sell me your Hornet? Yes, I will. For $9,999, and then I'll buy a Yamaha MT10. Oh yes. Next question. CBT for 1 year, then full license, or straight for the DAS? See this, I really don't know what to recommend. I personally straight did the DAS at 21 years old, got straight on a big bike, and in the first year of owning it, I think I dropped it about 3 times, smashed both indicators, chipped the end off the clutch lever, and these were all fucking stupid things. Like one was, it was a stop junction, I wanted to turn right, and I kind of rode up to it looking down thinking, yeah, I can probably go, yeah, I can probably go, yeah, I probably go, and right at the last second there's a car come in and I just grabbed a handful of front brake and just fell off because I was a tit. Another time's the same thing, but around about a car, all he did, you know, they turned right without indicating right, and I panicked and fell off. And the other time I was just backing it off a driveway and I just slipped and fell over. So obviously learning the ropes on a 125, you're going to make a lot less expensive mistakes. And yeah, you're less likely to have a big crash, I guess, if you hone your craft on a little bike. But then if you are an older rider, or well, an older person thinking about getting into riding, and you're just not a tit, you know, I was a tit, massive tit, you could probably be trusted on a bigger bike and then go straight for the DAS. But if you're a younger rider, I would probably recommend playing about on a 125, just getting a really cheap second-hand one, you know, £500, £1,000. We can get like new ones for £1,500, Chinese funny things. But yeah, get a cheap 125, and then it doesn't matter if you bin it, and at least you're making, you know, less costly mistakes than if you were crashing a big bike. And then his final question, relating to the category of the Monday morning vlog where I asked you to leave these questions, which is all about taking a shit at work. He's asked, scrunch or fold? And like, who the fuck scrunches toilet paper? Of course you fold it before you wipe. You don't just do it in a bowl and just have at it. How's that work? Weirdo. Anyway, I fold. So, next, from Matthew McGurk. He's asking, can I do some more 125 reviews, as he's only 17? So, this is the thing I'd love to do, would be more 125 reviews, because I just know they'll get lots of views, and that's what I like, because I'm an attention whore. So, the issue being, I haven't kind of formed the relationship with any bike dealers nearby, where I'm kind of like, hey, can I test ride your bike for my channel? I kind of go in as a prospective buyer, and then test ride the bike, and you know, go to a car park and attach all the cameras, then do my review, and then kind of give it back and be like, oh, I don't fancy buying it. Can I try that one? So I don't know how that would work with me going in on a Hornet, wanting to try lots of 125s. You know, I could lie and say I want a cheap commuter bike. The Hornet will be the plaything for the weekends. I want something that does 150 miles per gallon to get me to work. So obviously the CBF 125 review I did, that was just Emma's bike, so I just borrowed a bike. My insurance covers me on any bike. So yeah, I don't know how I'd go about doing more. Well, I know how. I'm just going to have to build a relationship with the dealerships to the fact where they will just let me test ride stuff. So in the future, hopefully there will be more 125 reviews, because there's lots of kids out there, so I'll get lots of views. Yay. Could you do a track day? I'm not sure about this. It's something I was hoping to do this year, never got around to it. So it could be something I'll try to do next year. There's a track nearby in Kent just called Liddon Hill. Obviously, there's Brands Hatch not too far away, but Liddon Hill, a little cheap one, and I think it was like 150 quid, and you kind of pretty much got all day on the track. But obviously the worry is crashing the bike. I have to look into track day insurance. And another thing I'd have to worry about is my exhaust. I'm not sure if I have to put the baffle back in, because it's proper loud. But yeah, track day would be brilliant fun. It would improve my riding, obviously, and be a great laugh. But yeah, I'd have to see kind of what I'd have to do. You know, if I need a baffle, what kind of insurance problems there'll be, and Also, if my two-piece levers, they zip together, hopefully that'll be alright for track. And also, what kind of cameras I'll be allowed. I'm not sure if they're a big fan about having things stuck on your helmet. So it might just have to be, you know, any footage would just be from a GoPro stuck to the bike, which of course wouldn't then have any audio commentary. But hey ho, we'll see. Any tips for new riders? So what did I do as a rider that was bad? I guess a really good one is, my favourite tip probably is always ride at a speed in which you can come to a complete safe stop in the available tarmac you can see. So if you can only see halfway around a corner, you need to be going at a speed at which you could just come to a complete stop as far as you can see, because round that corner there might be a tractor on the wrong side of the road, a tree fallen over, you know, a small child picking up a frisbee, a sheep. You don't know what's round the corner. You never know what's round the corner. You know, you might have gone down that road 100 times, and you know you can take this corner at 80, but can you come to a complete stop going 80, or will you smash into the back of that broken down car? So that's my biggest tip. Yeah. Cool. So, we're now on to Bjorn Rides. I hope that's how I said your name. Why don't you wear your leathers for your commute and just have a rain suit? So I could probably get away with that now on my little 2-mile commute to and from work. I definitely could not have got away from that when I used to live 4 miles away, I think it was. That's each way, so 48 miles on the bike. Because I would have frozen to death. You know, even with heated grips, on a long ride at, you know, 7:30 in the morning, -2 or whatever, you need nice, decent thermal gear with lots of layers. Lots of layers, keep you nice and warm and dry. So that's why I've got the Textiles, because I am an all-year rider, so I'm out when it is fucking cold. And, yeah, I need to stay warm, so that's why I've got the Textiles and don't just do the leather with a raincoat. Right. Mark Graves. Was you inspired by another bike vlogger? If so, who was it and why? I guess I wasn't inspired, I wouldn't say that, but the first motovlogger I ever started to watch was a guy called Sven Gali, I think that's what it's called. But this was back, you know, this would have been 6-7 years ago now, so proper early days. And he was a funny bloke. He did a couple of silly videos. Like at one point he was riding along in a bus and cycle lane on purpose, where you're not allowed on a motorbike, waiting to get pulled over by the police, but he had his V5 document on him. And then when he got pulled over, obviously he pointed to the bit where it says bicycle on the V5 as vehicle type. He didn't get away with it, he got a ticket. But yeah, he was pretty funny. But then he kind of went for a bit of a messy divorce. And in the end I think he took his own life. So, but yeah, no, he was the first motovlogger I ever watched. So yeah, I guess I'd say him. His videos are still on YouTube, if you want to watch. It's a bit dark, isn't it? Fuck. Damn you, Mark. Only kidding. Thanks for the question. Now, has this guy asked a question? He has. Roger Wood has asked, I'd like to hear about your job in the hospital. Well, what I would say, Roger, is watch the video I've just uploaded on Wednesday. So yeah, I'm a biomedical scientist. If you've seen the video, I'm sorry, I'm just going to repeat myself slightly. I work in histology. I've worked there for 6.5 years. And yeah, we get bits of people, we turn those bits of people, chop them up, put them on a bit of glass, stain it pretty colours, give it to the doctor, and they say if it's cancer or not. It's my job. It's alright. So, Artifacts-Astra. He has asked. He's asked nothing. He's just put a comment. I've just failed. I'm not going to cut it out, that's not what I do. It's just, you know, it's a funny comment, but it's not a question. So Storm has asked, what are my bank details? What's my address? Ashford, Kent, England. Answer to your security questions. Your mum? I don't know. What made you start motovlogging? So originally, I did start so on the first bike I had this tiny little camera that you would have seen pictures of in my crash video. And that was kind of for just the crazy moments where cars pull out. It had terrible audio, so there was no vlogging to it. And then again with the drift, that was the main reason I got the camera, was just to kind of record those interesting shit that went down. It wasn't really a vlogging kind of thing. I didn't set out with a plan to make a video. It was usually just a reactionary kind of thing, like, oh my god, look at that crash, or that guy just pulled out in front of me, what a twat. And then when I moved from Barham into Ashford, obviously my commute went from 50 miles a day down to like 4, so nothing interesting really happened anymore. So that's when I decided to keep this channel going and to produce regular content. I would start doing a Monday morning vlog where I would talk about more personal things. So yeah, the main reason I started vlogging, I guess, was just to increase the content on this channel, just so it didn't die. And yeah, now I guess these Monday morning vlogs, I don't know why I'm saying these, this isn't a Monday morning vlog then, but the Monday morning vlogs have come quite a big part of the channel now, and that's what I'm trying to push more this year, kind of make them funnier, and have them as kind of the main content on this channel, not just cars pulling out in front of me or test rides. There we go. What else did he ask? Phone passcode. I don't actually have one, you just swipe up. And can I be your son or dad? I probably could adopt you, but you can't be my dad. I've got a dad. He's cool. So, any more questions? Riding in the Alps 15 is asked, what's the whole bear story about your cute monkey? There he is. So, as some of you may already know, the reason this channel is called Monkeys Motors is when I was 15, I found the sentence, monkeys grow on trees. I found that quite funny. So from the age of 15, that was just my name online in games and stuff, like Counter-Strike 1.6. Monkeys grow on trees. And then I joined a clan when I was about 18, 19 for Team Fortress 2. And the OC, the old cunts. And on there was a guy called Big Adam. He was from up north, and yeah, rather than call me Monkeys Grow on Cheese, he just called me Monkey, but in his accent it was Munkeh. So my name then became Munkeh, hence Monkeys Motors. Although I just call it Monkey. You don't have to call me Munkeh, because that's not really a real word. So yeah, Monkeys Motors was born from that, and then I had that name for 6 months or whatever. And then Emma's son Bradley, when he was on a school trip to Chessington, saw that toy monkey in the gift shop and thought he'd get it for me. So ever since then I've had it strapped to my chest. So yeah, it was a gift from my maybe one day stepson. So, next. What is the reason you started vlogging? We've already covered that question. Is there a special reason why you do your vlogs on a Monday? There wasn't originally, no. I kind of thought Monday is as good a day as any. And then I can just do a complete recap of the previous week, what's been going on. And then it was just kind of a happy accident that when I was thinking about it, I do it on a Monday, I do it on a Monday morning, Monkeys Motors Monday morning vlog. Quite like the sound of that. So I've stuck with it ever since. And then I've kind of moulded some of the other videos on the channel to kind of fit that new format, hence the Monkeys Motors minus a motorbike. I've only done one group ride so far, but the group ride videos have now been changed to Monkeys Motors meetups. What other M stuff? I don't know, everything starts with M now. It's just, branding. So yeah. And that was it. Nice. Whew. Not too bad. So well done if you've made it all the way through this video. So far we've been about 18.5 minutes. And I won't be cutting it down. You're going to have to watch it all my fuck-ups. So yeah, I'll be doing probably another one of these next year, unless there's I get famous in the next few months and end up doing one in 6 months. You never know. I guess I should probably mention I need to do a lot more meetups. I need to make some of my own stickers, and I need to get swapping stickers with you guys. Fill out my collage of motovlogger stickers. We've got Pinky Doodly, Bearded Biker, Fisher Boy, and Phil 480. You're the founding fathers. And then yeah, just need to get. I need Spicy and Red Renner up there really, and a Baron one. But we're working on it. This is my computer, which I do all my rendering. Built on myself, quite proud of it. Emma's computer's just next to me, that's why there's another monitor over there, not really facing me. Anything else I can point at? Some old graphics cards. Kept them. There's my bike. Star Trek's cool. Thanks for watching. See you later. Drop my phone! Have you ever licked a girl's vagina? Oh fuck, what do you do? It's just like it. What do you do when a 14-year-old girl asks you if you've ever licked someone's vagina? Fuck. So you know, I'm always honest with her. I guess that's why she always asks me this shit. So I thought, fuck it, I'm gonna say yes.